The O word. The O word. That's what we're talking about on this morning. And I got a word for you that I want to drop into your spirit for sure, for sure. And it's a wonderful morning to be here with you on this morning. Man, this is such a privilege. It is really such a privilege that I might have an opportunity to have some impartation, 5 minutes or less, sharing the word, the text, the talk, the takeaway. And I thank God for the Manna fam. Thank God for the Manna fam. So I want to shout out to the Manna fam, and then I want to get right into the O word. The O word. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Well, you're going to find out here in a moment after we greet some people. After we greet some people. And if you think you know what the O word is, put it in the chat area. Put it in the chat area. I just want to know whether or not you know what I'm about to talk about on this morning. How about that? How many of you feel a little bit uneasy? Well, not just a little bit. How many of you are completely out of the frame, outraged about this Supreme Court decision? It was absolutely ludicrous, and I'm not talking about the artist, just completely. But guess what? Guess what? We've got to pray. We got to vote. We got to do all of the above and then some more. Well, how about that this morning? Good morning, Deacon Joe. How are you this morning? Ella, how are you? Lydia, how are you? Pamela, how are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are you? I forgot to mention and the noon in our morning prayer that noonday prayer is today. We're fasting and praying today. And so please join Elder Mobley and the elders and those who have just come. It doesn't matter. You don't have to have no title or what have you. They're praying. They are lifting up the things that we start out the morning with, and it's fasting and praying today. And so please join Elder Mobley at 12 noon in the sanctuary, 12 noon in the sanctuary, as they pray about being compliant with the word, as well as fasting, because we're going to have revival, prophetic revival, the first Sunday in August, and then that Monday and Tuesday as well. So I want you to make sure you do that. Join her and share this, share this, share this. I also want you to do this. I want you today to pray for Pastor Richard. Pastor Richard. Pastor Richard is our pastor at New Life Monrovia, and he oversees the things that are happening for our church there. And his body is being attacked. It's undiagnosed. It appears to me some things that like a shingle kind of thing, but they say it's far more than that. And so you all pray for Pastor Richard, because the work that he's doing is clear. The enemy is trying to stop it, and we want to lift him up. Pastor Richard, there he is. Please pray for him on this morning. Good morning, Dawn. How are you on this morning? Diane, how are you on this morning? Gloria, how are you? Joel, how are you? Lena, how are you? Brenda, how are you on this morning? Verena, how are you? I need to see y'all tonight in the Bible study. I got a word for you as well. Ari, how are you on this morning? Elder Mobley, how are Elder Lawson, rather, how are you on this morning? Make sure that I see you all. Overturn. Okay, you're trying to figure out what is the O word. What's the O word? All right, Carol. You know what, Caroline? You know what? This is nobody but God, because I was going to call you all today. I was going to call you and Elder Holman today. So I'm going to be reaching out for sure, because God dropped you all in my spirit for sure. So I need to reach out to you all. You know, God just has a way. He does. Good morning, everybody. Let me get into the word. Let me get into the word on this morning. Good morning, Brother McCoy. How are you on this morning? Let's get into the word. What is the O word? What is the O word stand for? The text to talk, the takeaway. Here we go. James 1:22. But be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourselves. You already know. The O word is obedience. 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 Three things I want to share with you with respect to obedience. The first thing, it says, don't be hearers of the word, but doers also. The first thing is, he that has ears, let him hear. That's what Jesus said. When he was talking to the Pharisees, he says, if you got ears, then you need to hear. Why? Because Paul picks up on this in Romans 9 and 10, 10 and 9, and he talks about faith cometh by hearing. Faith cometh by hearing. You got to hear the word. You got to hear the word so that you got obey the word, because that's the third thing. Obedience to the word bears the fruit from the word. Obedience to the word bears the fruit from the word. You can't get the fruit of the word without obeying the word. That's the O word. That's the O. You want to know what the O word is? That's the O word. What's the takeaway this morning? The takeaway is this: the word works when you work the word. The word works when you work the word. That's the O word: obedience. Obey his word and watch God do a great work in your life. And see you noonday prayer at New Life. And let's lifting up also Pastor Richard, that God will heal his body and move miraculously as we fast and pray today. God bless you. Bye now.